Hello, I am the Hollow Ham. Welcome to my review for the figures for the Power Rangers Beast Morphers. Now, the reason I'm doing these figure reviews instead of more Megazords is because I've only got like one set of Zords left to review, and I don't want to. And I've kind of got plans for when to do that. Also, my brother wants to be in those videos. I say videos because there are going to be multiple for that part. But anyway, let's get started on these. On the first Power Ranger figures for the Hasbro Power Ranger line. Now, first off, we have the Red Ranger, known as Red Buster in Japan. Now, this one is now you'll notice these here on the sides. That's because the helmets each have sort of a sunglasses design on them. So those are the I forgot what they're called. But you put them on like your ear to keep them on. They also don't really have a mouthpiece. Anyway, they each also have one of these molded on morphers here, which I like. Haven't really had a molded on morpher as a regular thing for figures since RPM. But if you're talking core team, then that's all the way back in Dino Thunder. Arms move up and down that much. Legs move up, knees bend, but it doesn't look good. See here, it's like a big gap here at the knee. It doesn't look that, and when you pull it up, it looks unnatural. I got elbow joints, elbow swivel, knee swivel, but you don't really have a swivel at the boot or at the wrist. I guess Hasbro didn't really think on that part. They're not used to doing Power Rangers. They're used to Transformers. So please forgive them for that. It's not like they're used to doing Power Rangers. Now, this is based on a cheetah. Each of them have powers. This one's power is based on a cheetah, so he's got obviously super speed. And here's the blue one, based on a gorilla. Now you'll notice that his head is much flatter than the red one was, because the red one is smooth, and it's also got these little protrusions here to represent cat ears. The gorilla ears are like right here, this black spot here. Articulation is pretty much the same as for the red, so I'm not going to show that part. And here is the yellow. Now her design is based on a jackrabbit. So obviously her ability would be like jumping up. It would be like super jumping. Articulation is pretty much the same as for the elements. Oh, they've also got their 360 head swivel, and it's on a bit of a ball joint, so you can actually move it a little bit. Now for the legs, this is where it gets a little interesting. They can go out all the way, but there's a skirt being split across. But when you move it up like this, it looks really weird. And I try not to do too much because I don't want to warp the plastic too badly. Figures aren't. Well, they're not. Well, they do have a lot more kinks than the Zords, but this is Hasbro's first try a Power Ranger figure, so yeah, so cut them some slack. They each also come with one of these little swords that in the show could turn into binoculars and a weapon and a gun. Now, unlike what you expect, they each come with a specific kind of gun. The yellow one came with this one. The blue one came with this one here, or just like the can with the sword and the gun combined. And the red one Came with his own thing, a cheetah blaster, which was definitely a bold choice, I would have to say. Now, they can each be now. They can all dual wield whatever they're using. So in some cases, it is a bit of a tight fit. I'm just gonna. Sorry, I didn't want to do all that and risk screen freezing again. So anyway, now they're all holding them. I had to rearrange their legs a little bit because they were starting to fall over. Looks a little weird, and the hands aren't the best. Again, Hasbro's first attempt at making Power Ranger figures, so you gotta forgive him. Can't completely blame him. Next up, we're looking at something that every figure in the Beast Morpher line comes with. Morphex keys. Now, these were not in the Japanese version of the show. They are complete. These are the first collectibles that are completely exclusive of the Power Ranger line. These are first collectibles. So they're, and they each come, in addition to coming with like the Morpher, they each come with one of the figures. This is for the Red Ranger, obviously. This is for the blue, and this here is for the yellow. Now the blue one they can turn around, and the blue one's blade energy beam is the only one that's like totally different shade. Among these three, the blue one is the only one that's a totally different shade from the rest of the key. And these are always compatible with the Beast X Morpher, which I don't have with me right now. Anyway, but because of how these are made, you can also put them on the. Anyway, the toys can also be used as weapons for the figures, just attaching them onto the arms. See? Now, because of how these are made, they can only go onto the right arm of these three. You can put them on the left arm, but because of the way the Morpher is molded on, they can't really go on that well. And there we go. So overall, while they're not the best that's ever been done, this was Hasbro's first attempt at making Power Ranger figures. So I'm cutting them a little slack for a good first try. I mean, not the best, but again, Bandai of America took a while before they really started selling solid figures for Power Rangers. You can't. You can only do so much. Anyway, so I'm going to be doing more of these figure reviews and trying to figure out what else to review that I have. Aside from the one more set of Megazords. Or one more set of Zords. So until next time, this has been the Hollow Ham. And to thee I say, Sayonara.